Hi, so I kind of wanted to change the title of this from the 08 Phil's SADV replay or whatever it's called to the Glutton for Punishment replay. So last night you get that way. I had a long day doing some things I'm not used to through work, training to do some fire brigade type stuff. So I was a little bit, and I mean I was doing it today, so it's not like anything's different so much tonight. But I started thinking about this idea of tenacious whatever, and to call myself tenacious and give up is pretty lame. So I'm gonna keep going with this. At some point they're gonna hit rock bottom, and maybe they did against the Giants, maybe they didn't. Just have to kind of keep going here, and that's I may come to a gotta get something out of the way. I may come to a spot here in the near future where I decide to take a break from this, but I kind of want to do that at a time when I feel like I'm not getting bitter. And I mean I've been bitter, but and I don't. You just have to find you have to figure out what's the problem. And at the moment, the problem is just that I kind of do these things when I'm tired and some things build up. But let's just go ahead and give this another shot. I'm gonna keep my head on straight here. If they lose, they lose. They've lost 4 in a row, I believe, but that's okay. And I think it's maybe 6 of 7. It's all right. Hi, Randall. Randall is here to root on the Phillies. So let's do this. This will be Phillies hosting the Braves this time. And the Giants were a good team back in 08. Not so good in the current day and age, but so let's keep going with this. So it'll be the Braves, as I said, on the road against the Phillies. Here it's going to be Reyes. Jojo Reyes will be on the mound for the Braves. Pretty young here, I believe. A 5.81 ERA. So Phillies, they won this game 5-4. Yeah, I think so, and you can double that with it being a Buffalo sports fan as well. So Randall, Utah Mike asks the Phillies record. The current record compared to, so the current record for the Phillies is 17 wins, 22 losses. Back in real life, the Phillies were at 21 wins and 22 wins. No, I'm wrong. 21 wins and 18 losses. So, correct? Yeah, so I'm 3 games behind real life. So I should just not be so upset about this. So let's get this game on the road. I don't want to take up too much time here. Kind of have the house quiet with people out. Hey, statistician, but let's get this going. So Yunel Escobar will be at short and lead off. Mark Kotze in center and bat second. Chipper Jones at third base, batting third. Brian McCann behind the plate, cleanup hitter. Greg Norton at first, will bat fifth. Jeff Francoeur in right field. Wait, what is that? Oh, 92 and 70, yes. The real record, yes. Where was I? So Francoeur in right, Kelly Johnson second base, Gregor Blanco in left, and Jojo Reyes on the mound. And for the Phillies, I always need to adjust this score sheet to get it all on the screen. Jimmy Rollins at short, Shane Victorino in right this time. I'm not sure what their reasoning for this was. If they decided, if there's a lot of left-handed bats, if they decided to use Victorino for his better range in right, or if he was just a little bit hobbled here. So they figured they'd stash him in right just to try and keep him from having to cover so much ground. But anyway, he's playing in right today. Chase Utley at second, batting third. Ryan Howard at first. Pat Burl in left. Jason Worth center instead of Victorino. Felice third base. Ruiz catching, and Kendrick on the mound. So only 3 games behind. So here is Escobar against Kendrick. Oh yeah, we need to check the ballpark stats. Night game in May at Philly, and that's a 20, so it's going to be the worst conditions that you can get. So that's going to be 8 and 5 for the singles. For the home runs, it'll be 11s. So still not too bad, all things considered, but in any regard, here we go. Escobar leading off against Kendrick. That's a 5-3 righty. And that'll be a tall pop-up that Rollins will handle. And that'll be out number 1. Mark Kotze. Against the lefty batter, 4-9. That'll be a fly ball to left that Burrow gets. 2 outs. And Chipper, Larry. 2-5. That's a grounder to first, and I did that backwards than the way I usually do it, but that's okay. So 1-2-3 for Kyle Kendrick. And gotta move my bottle of soda here somewhere else. Kind of in the way. Okay, so Jimmy Rollins will lead off for the Phillies. 3-3 against a lefty, and that's a grounder to first. We'll say, yeah, we'll also say the 3U. Victorino, there's a 3-7, that's a fly ball to center field. This looks sloppy. And with 2 outs, and of course, the Twins last night couldn't do anything. 4-8 against a lefty, 1-19 single. So Utley will almost certainly get on board, and he does. Reyes +1, McCann +1 as well. So +2. Utley, he's going to try and get a lead here. He gets a 3. He needed a 5, so no good lead. He's just going to hang tight at first for Ryan Howard. And that is a 2-10. And Howard strikes out, so no runs for either team in the first. Mr. Utah Mike, I'm sure, is happy about the result last night, but much of America not. That's okay. McCann, top of the second, 5-10, batting from the left, and that'll be a grounder to second. That's 1 out. Greg Norton, the switch hitter. 2-8, and that's a grounder right back to Kendrick. 1 second. About that. A little bit of a hiccup there, but 2 outs. So, again, grounder to the pitcher. So here's Francoeur. 1-5, and he will single. Well, I'm sure Major League Baseball thinks the playoffs need the Yankees. So Kelly Johnson with 2 outs. 2-9, strikes out. All right, hold on. There's another. Okay. Sorry about that. I'm getting texts, and unfortunately, I don't know. Now I'm distracted. Another thing to set me off. So Pat Burrell, 4-5 righty. That'll be a grounder to short, 1 out. Jason Worth, I'm just getting frustrated because I'm getting text messages and I don't really need them right now, but I don't get text messages all day, and then when a certain better half probably knows what I'm doing, and there's a 1. So the shortstop, it's a grounder to short, and there's a 1 on the D20, so that's going to be a hit. Escobar is a 2, so it's definitely a single. And an 11, no additional error, but Worth will reach on a single. Pedro Feliz. Let's see, Worth. Yeah, with 1 out, Worth's going to try to get a lead. He gets a 6, not good enough to get the lead. 1 to 10 chance. He's not going to chance it this time. So Pedro Feliz, 5-6 righty, strikes him out. Worth will try on that 1 to 10 chance to steal, and he makes it. So Ruiz now. Now they could walk Ruiz to get to Kendrick. They're going to intentionally walk Ruiz and bring up Kendrick. So Reyes against Kendrick, 2 outs, 1st and 2nd, and the 2-7. That is and a 2 on the D20. Potential balk, but no balk rating for Reyes. We re-roll Kendrick. That's a 6-9. And that will work out nicely for Kendrick. He does not have normal power, so it's 1 to 4 or 14 to 20, a double. That's a 1. That'll be a single with 2 stars. Worth scores 1-0 Phillies. If Ruiz had gotten that as well, it would have been, he would have gotten it. And actually, he probably would have had a chance at the home run. So 1st and 3rd, Kendrick at 1st. Ruiz at 3rd, and that is a 2-7 against a lefty, and that's a pop out to short, and that will end the inning. So 1-0 Phillies. Going to the top of the 3rd. .35 against a righty. That's a walk. I mean, let's see. Ray has a C bunter. He's going to make him a D because they're expecting it. D3. That's probably a good sacrifice. I'll opine about the. Yes, it is. That'll be from the 3rd baseman. Sac 5-4. I'm going to opine here in just a moment. I think the real problem with having the Yankees in the playoffs is that it shows off just how absurdly stupid their stadium is. They've got probably one of the worst stadiums in the league. I'm like 99% sure that the fences aren't marked correctly. The home run that Judge hit last night probably went 250 at most, and in any other park that's a line out, and instead. Because it is the way it is. And if you watch a soccer game in Yankee Stadium, you will see that there's no way that those dimensions are correct for that stadium. Anyway, Blanco at 2nd with 1 out. Here's Escobar. 1 on the D20, potential wild pitch, 1 to 4. 5, so no wild pitch. Let's re-roll. 1-4 against a righty, grounded to first base, C. So 2 outs. Brings up Mark Kotze. That's a 6-6 against a lefty, and that is going to score a run. They will tie it. 12, it'll be a double for Kotze. 1-1. And still at bat, the Braves with a runner at second, Chipper Jones. And another wild pitch attempt here, or chance. 1 to 4, gets an 8. 2-7, strikes out against a right-handed pitcher, so tied it up at 1. Hi, Scott. D. Scott, I mean. I think you're, what, are you a Sounders fan? I think I've seen something about that here or there. But, it not only sucks in Yankee Stadium, it's just, I think it proves my assertion that Yankee Stadium is, they intentionally made it wrong, so. I think all the home runs except, what was it Gardner's that went upper deck? I think they were all pretty much joke home runs. Bottom of the third, Victorino. I don't know, maybe Gregorius's was all right too. 1-8 against a lefty, and he'll ground it out to short. Chase Utley, who singled. 2-8. He was hit by a pitch. He's going to try and get a lead off Reyes here. Doesn't get it. So he'll sit tight with Howard up. And a 2, potential balk. We re-roll because Reyes cannot get a balk. 1-8, strikes out. 2 outs. Utley's second number is not good enough to ever try taking second on the. So here's Burrell on the bad lead. 3-7, and that'll be a grounder to second. And through 3, it's still even up at 1. Yeah, Scott, I used to D. Scott. I don't know if you like going by D. Scott or just Scott. I used to write some soccer stuff for a couple of outlets. I haven't been quite as enamored with soccer lately. So here is Brian McCann, 5-8 against a lefty. That's a single. So Norton up. McCann, he's probably not stealing, right? Yeah, so, whoa. Norton, 3-8. He strikes out. 1 out. McCann might be the type of guy you try to do on a 2 out and see if he can get a good lead. Francoeur, 3-5, and 3-5, a 1-3 triple, otherwise a double. So 1974, that's pretty impressive. So 3-5, 1-3 triple. It'll be a double with 1 out. They're going to hold McCann at third. So second and third with 1 away, Kelly Johnson. .211. .211, that's a ground ball to second base. The Phillies would be playing back. They're going to concede the go-ahead run. Everybody moves up 1. And so with 2 outs, It's 2-1 Atlanta. That brings up Blanco. And they're going to intentionally walk him to bring up Reyes. So Reyes batting from the left side. Kendrick against Reyes. 1 on the D20. 1-4. Potential wild pitches. This will be a 17. 2-10. And that'll be a strikeout. I thought for sure that was going to be a... Yeah, that's fine. I mean, you guys only can go out and buy anybody you want, and Major League Soccer will change the rules for the Galaxy at a whim, so... But, yeah. And that's one of the things that has really kind of taken the butter off my bread with Major League Soccer, is just the way that they run things is not on the up and up as far as I'm concerned. Worth 1-8, but I think it's tough because in any case, that's a strikeout. In any, I mean, the leagues around the world are, the competitive balance is pretty rotten, so it's tough to really get that here either. Fly ball to right, that's the second out. On the 2-5, Ruiz 110, grounded to second. And that'll be it. The Phillies behind 2-1. Top of the 5th. Kendrick, this is his inning of weakness potentially. It'll be Escobar 5-7 righty, batting from the right side. That'll be a fly ball to center. That'll be out number 1. Mark Kotze, 4-4 lefty, fly ball to center field X. That'll be Worth. 3-3. And they won't pay for it this time. That'll be an out. Yeah, I'll tell more here in just a second. 3-11, that's a walk. Right. Everybody's desperate. MLS is desperate, period. They do things... They go through years and years of saying, you need to have a soccer specific. You need to have a soccer specific. And then, like, all of a sudden, they're like, oh, well, we're going to let New York City FC in with it playing in a stadium that... And on a pitch that is not a soccer pitch. And you can write that down. That thing you can barely play tiddlywinks on that, let alone a baseball game. I mean, I think there are Little League fields that are bigger than that, but in any regard. But playing soccer there is just a complete joke. So McCann with 2 outs, 6-4 against a lefty catcher X. They're going to catch a break there. That 6 column for Kendrick is not good against lefties, but catcher X. Ruiz 2-2, and they don't catch that break. 2-2, potential wild pitch, and there is a runner on base. Actually, it's not a potential, it is a wild pitch. So we're going to redo McCann here, 2 outs. Got to get off that 6 column, and he doesn't, but that'll be a grounder to first X, so let's see if they can... see if they get some bad luck here. Howard, not the best of fielders. 4-20. It's a 12. They might get out of that. And I think they do. 12, yes. E20 and a 10. No, they do not. That'll be a 1 base error. Gee willikers, this team is... I'm telling you, and I'll tell you, this is the thing with playing this, and this is just a general, not mean statement, no malice, but I think it's always going to be difficult to play a replay with a team who's got a closer who is like lights out every time, never fails, because all those one-run... It's really tough to get one-run leads. It's tough to simulate that. And especially if you have a bunch of one-run leads and you did really well in the really close games. How are you going to do that? Your stats are going to be pretty close to your opponent, and I think that's a part of this. So first and third, 2 outs. Greg Norton, can they get out of this inning? 1 on the D20. This thing is, it's a 1 to 4 chance. That D20 is 2-7, a walk. And it'll be Frank Hoare. Can Kendrick get through this inning? Let's see. He's given up 2 walks, but still has not passed his point of weakness. Hi, Al. And a 2 on the D20. What is that? Passed ball. Ruiz, 1 or a 2 is a passed ball and will score a run. No run. Let's see now. 2 outs. And it's that 6 against a righty. 6-8. Grounded to third. Holy mackerel. This project is such a difficult... It's like 10 times tougher to play for some reason. I don't understand it. Kendrick, well, let's see. They got a day off, so all their bullpen is healthy. They're going to go to the bullpen early. They're going to get Durbin warming up. Kendrick's going to be done. He leads off, and he is, so against the lefty Reyes. Oh wait, I'm so used to the Phillies being on the road that I'm messing up where guys are going here. All right, so they're going to bring up Bruntlett to hit. So Bruntlett will lead off here against Reyes. Kendrick is done. Limping over the line. It did go 5 innings. That's a 5-9 against a righty. Grounder to short. Escobar 2E21. 2 and a 7. He'll get to the ball. Will a 6 on the E21 make the play? Well, that will be an error for Escobar, and the Phillies will take whatever they can get at this point. Bruntlett is a 14 runner. He's going to try to get a lead here. See if he can steal a base. Actually, what they're going to do is they're going to hit and run with Rollins instead. They're going to be holding Bruntlett on. This will be an A hit and run chance. A8. I think that is a grounder to first. No, grounder to second. C. So that will advance the runner. That's 1 out. 2-1 Atlanta, by the way. I don't think I've said that recently. So Shane Victorino. And wait a second. Did I mess up? No, I was right. I was off of the... Yeah, so 1-6. 1-7 single chance. That would make it first and third. And they don't get it. Liner to third base. 2 outs. Chase Utley. And a 6-7 against a lefty strikes out. It's really tough to believe how you can't end up with any worse of a card here. when you're like almost a 6 ERA, but I guess it's because you just got to have a bunch of right-handers. But you know, that, I mean, I guess the 7 there you hit, but you know, you can't get a 5-7. You get a 6-7. And get snuffed out. So it'll be Durbin coming into the game. I mean, it's another thing that really just, the other thing about the Phillies, their starting pitching isn't all that solid in this. Somehow they get through, but there's absolutely no way that you can affect your pitching, aside from maybe some defensive moves. But that's one of the things with Strat, is that you just have very little latitude to, you know, with batting you could try stealing, you could try some hitting and running, things like that. With pitching, it's just basically go up there and let your pitcher get half the attempts, and if you have bad pitching, it shows. Kelly Johnson going to lead off the 6th. 5-12 against a lefty. I forgot to mark it here. 5-12, grounder to the pitcher. Durbin 2-E-0, and he'll make the play. Gregor Blanco. 4-4 lefty, catcher X. 14-7. He's an E. What is Ruiz? E2. That he will make the play, whatever it is. A 14 on the 2. That'll be a foul out. And the pitcher spot. They're going to pinch hit for Reyes. You know what? No, they're not. They're going to let him hit. They like the lefty-lefty matchup. So Reyes with 2 outs. Number 2 hitting card, 2-9. That's a strikeout. One, 2, 3 inning. They have Manny Acosta warming up, so as soon as, hi Larry, as soon as if he gets Howard out, maybe they'll let him pitch to the other guys, but getting through Howard is probably the big thing for Reyes here. 2-1 Braves at the moment, and Howard leading off. 5-4 lefty, fly ball to center field X. Center fielder is Kotze, 3-E-3, and he'll make the play. 1 out. And they're going to let Reyes face Burrell. 5-8 against a righty, grounder to second. Second baseman is Johnson, 3-E-17. 3 and an 8. He will make the play. 2 outs. It'll be Jason Worth. 2-9 against a lefty. That ball is long, and Worth takes it out of the park. Gone. Home run. Jason Worth, and the game is tied at 2. So Worth goes yard. Tried to keep Reyes in there. Get through the 6th, and he gets whacked there. So it'll be Felice, see if he can get through this inning. If he can't do it here, then it'll be a 5-6 against a righty, and that'll be a strikeout. He's not to his point of weakness. But that is a tie ball game. Top of the 7th, 2-2. That will be it for Reyes. They're going to keep Acosta up. Durbin will pitch another inning here. And it'll be Escobar leading off. 2-2. And a 4-4 against a righty, catcher X. Had a bunch of those from this game. And a 3. 2 and a 3. That's a ground out, and he'll make the play. Jumps out in front of the plate and throws it down to first. Kotze, 6-4 against a lefty, grounder to short. Rollins a 1-E8, and he will make the play. 2 outs, and Chipper Jones at the plate. 5-8 batting from the left side. That'll be a grounder to short, and Durbin sits 6 down in a row and pitches a really nice 6th and 7th inning, keeping the team in it. 7th inning stretch. Reyes, his day is going to be done. Whoops, wrong side there. It will be Acosta. Pitching the bottom of the 7th, he'll face Ruiz, then a pinch hitter, and then Rollins. So the Braves will also get a lefty warming up. Just got to check. They have Will Oman and Royce Ring. They're going to get up Ring in a tie game, let him warm up. So it'll be Ruiz against Acosta. 2-5 against a righty. That'll be a fly ball to left field. Caught by Blanco. 1 out. Pitcher's spot. Phillies will have Jeff Jenkins come into the game here. So Jeff Jenkins. They are going to let Acosta pitch to him. 2-7, that's a strikeout. That brings up Jimmy Rollins. Here is, and Eric Bruntlett is not in the game. Jimmy Rollins with 2 outs. 5-6 batting from the left side. 1 would be a single. And he gets it. How about that? It might be tough to see, but if I put my hand there, you can see it is a 1. Maybe if I do this. Yeah, there's just a lot of glare there altogether, but if you can see that, that is a 1. He gets the... So, Rollins on. He's going to try to get a lead here off Acosta, who is terrible at holding guys. He'll probably try to steal either way, but that's a 7, so he doesn't get a lead. But you add, it's going to be a 1-15 chance. He's going to take off here, 1-15, and he gets a 17, and the D20 giveth, and the D20 taketh away. Shouldn't be, maybe I shouldn't be trying to steal so much with these Phillies. They're not, they always seem like they would be better at stealing than what they really were. But, oops, that's a 0. But when it comes down to it, most of the time, it seems like in this game they've not been able to pull through. So they pinch hit for Durbin. Top of the 8th, they're going to have McCann, Norton. They're going to get Romero in there. All right, it's top of the 8th, and it'll be Romero facing McCann, then Norton. The Braves may go with a pinch hitter for Norton. We'll see. 4-5 against a lefty. That's a strikeout. Well, Norton's a switch hitter, so they'll stick with him. 4-7 batting from the right side. That's a strikeout. 2 outs. And here is Frank Orr. 1-6 against the lefty. That's a grounder to third, and Romero navigates the 8th inning. We'll go to the bottom of the 8th. Let's see. Let me see here. They're going to start with Acosta, and then they're going to go to Ring for Utley and Howard. So Victorino will lead off here in the bottom of the 8th against Acosta. Batting from the right side. That's a 4-10 against a righty. That's a grounder to short. 2E21 for Escobar. And he will make the play. And now the Braves will make the switch to Royce Ring. Reyes went, what, 6 innings? And then Acosta went 1 1/3. So now Ring comes in to face Utley and Howard. 2-4. That's a grounder to second base. And a throw from Johnson to first. So Ryan Howard now, 2 outs. 1-7, a potential triple for Howard. 1-5, 25% chance. It's a 4, a triple for Howard off his own card. You guys have a tough time. That's not easy to see. That is a 4. And with Burrell coming up, they're going to make a switch to Jorge Campillo now. So trying to keep. Now the Phillies are going to get Lidge warming up, as well as, let's see, they had Romero, as well as Madsen. You know what? Lidge is going to pitch the 9th either way. So Burrell at the plate against Campillo. 2 outs. 4-6 against a righty, and that is going to be a double. Phillies catch a huge break there. Campillo, pretty deep, not a bad ERA, not a great ERA either, but that is going to be the go-ahead run. It is 3-2 now for the Phillies, and Lidge will come in with a lead. Burrell still at second. Phillies will keep Worth in there against Campillo. 2 outs. 2-5. He'll draw a walk. And Pedro Feliz will come to the plate with 2 outs and 2 on. 2-3. That'll be a foul out to McCann. They get a run, and it's going to be up to Lidge here to stave off and try to hold on to this game. 3-2. And Lidge in. And let's see if he can continue his magic from 2008. Kelly Johnson will lead off. Let's see, who do the Braves have available off the bench? They didn't use Teixeira in this game. I don't think he was available. You could use Gotai. You could use Omar Infante. Let's see, Lidge against Johnson. 1-5 against a righty. That'll be a walk. One-run lead. Johnson will try to get a lead here. Lidge not good at holding runners. This white die doesn't matter. A 9 he will not get a lead. So that means it'll be 7-5. Reese -1, so 7. That's still 1-11. So he's not going to try running here. Gregor Blanco at the plate. He's an A bunter. You bunt with Blanco here. You got a 50% chance of going off a Lidge's card, which is not so great. He's a little worse against lefties, though. They're going to play the corners in, and Blanco's going to swing away. That is a 3-11 against a righty. Ballpark single chance. 3-11. Ballpark single. For a lefty, that's a 1-8 chance, and it's a 15, so that'll be a liner to the second baseman. That's 1 out. Big out. And let me see, what would that have been? It would have been a B bunter by my, and an 11. Yeah, it would have been a 1 and 2. He probably would have swung away anyway. So, pitcher spot. And they are, by the way, they are holding on Johnson, just in case you were wondering. They're going to go with Ruben Gotai. Switch hitter. And a 2-11. That'll be a single. And Johnson, a 13 runner. And it's to right field. They're holding Johnson. That makes him a 12. The arm from right field is Victorino, a -3. So that makes it a 1-9. But from right field, you also add 2. So that makes it a 1-11 chance. They're going to hold him up. So it'll be first and second with 1 out. Yuniel Escobar. 6-9 against a righty. Grounder to short. Could this be? They would be... Let's see. Would they be holding Johnson on? Doesn't matter because Escobar is a righty. So Rollins would be the same. 1 E8. It's an 18 and a 9. That is going to be a double play. That'll be 6-4-3, and that will end the ball game. The Phillies will win. I'm going to do the double check here. So he is a 1. 18 is a G1. That's a double play. And then a 9 total with an E8. And everything is clear. The ball game is over. The Phillies snap out of it. 3-2 is your final. They double check. 1, 2, 3. They get 2 runs in the 6th and 8th. Let's make sure here. 1, 2. I have 1 or 2 for the Braves. That is it. So the Phillies get back into the win column. The victory will be Romero's. A little bit of a rocky save there for Lidge, but he gets it. The loss will go to, what'll it be? Royce Ring. The triple to Howard. The undoing. Randall Marks doing high hopes. Pie in the sky, all that stuff. Apple pie in the sky. Yeah, I don't know the words all together, but yeah, I wish I could. I should have done on Worth's home run. I should have done the whole long drive. Could it be out of here? But I sloughed off, so that's the way it happens here sometimes. There we go. All right. Yeah. Oh boy, that getting a little tense there. I didn't know if they were gonna blow it there with. They've done that a few times before, but this time they come through. The hero, Pat Burrell, a 2-out double following up Howard's triple. And they get after the bullpen of the Braves, and could have gone with Omen instead as a lefty. Probably will use him next game. Somehow I put some Phillies players on the Braves bench. So anyway, so as you can see, we are going to go ahead with this. You know, it's the way it goes, I think, in this. You get some good days and some bad days, and if you couple a bad day with a poor result in this, it can, and a couple in a row can just start to make you lose sight of the goal, which is to get this thing complete. So, all right, I'm going to get off of here so someone else, if they want to play, they can. Whether it's Tabletop Earl or whether it's Espo, or it sounded like Strat Delaware was just going to kind of take the night off. But anyway, all right, thanks a lot. I'm going to sign off. Have a good night, everybody. If you could like the video, that would be awesome. Subscribe to the channel, and you'll get all of our updates. Not only our updates, but also our, you know, when we're doing a live stream, I think both Earl and I, Tabletop Earl and I, we try to do live streams. So, there's JVD saying, yeah, he's free now. Yeah, well, fire it up. We try to live stream, so if you subscribe to our channel, you'll find out when we're putting games out there. You can come in and chat with the tenacious followers here, the folks that are going to be in the room here talking you up about some various baseball and sports related topics. Didn't really get into too much here in this game, aside from just talking about the Yankees getting through, and I guess they're playing the Indians here in a couple days. But tonight is Arizona and Colorado, so that should be interesting. Couple of decent offenses. Colorado, a good offense. I guess their pitching's been a little better this year, enough to get them in the playoffs. Arizona, they've been pretty. I think their pitching is pretty decent as well. But anyway, thanks a lot. As you can see, the also, by the way, I don't want to forget, the description of the video has the link to the Patreon account. I really don't bring it up a whole lot, but every once in a while here I'm going to throw it out there if you are interested in winning a gift card somewhere. I got to talk to Tabletop. Since he's kind of the dude in charge of the funds, at least at this point, but I think we also want to come up with some other creative ways to involve you guys in this giveaway. But at least at the moment, it seems like the easiest way to do it is just to do a random giveaway. So if you become a $2 subscriber to our Patreon account, that gets you entered into our drawing, and you wouldn't be for October, but if you get in now, November, you'll be in for that drawing, and we give away half of the proceeds that we get from Patreon for the people who are committed donors to the cause. So if you're interested, a couple bucks a month. If you do the math, I think we gave away 20 some odd dollars last month. You know, a year worth, and you get a chance at maybe you know, getting at least your money back and maybe more. And we really are hoping to get up even higher, so that way we're giving away, I'd like to be giving away closer to 50 if we could, or maybe even more. So anyway, good night, guys. Thanks a lot for watching. Strat on, and God bless.